another video. Apologies for my voice, I'm kind of sick at the moment, so I don't sound too great. But anyway, I still wanted to go ahead and make this video for you guys, and this has actually been the longest time I've ever spent on any video ever. I'm not even joking, you guys. It took me 5 hours and 30 minutes to complete this drawing. I was so shocked when I put all the footage together in the video editor. I was like, I can't believe I just spent all that time drawing this, but I definitely think it was worth it in the end. It's because it was such a large piece compared to what I usually do. There were 4 different characters if you count every single one, and normally I like to stick to just one character, and I tried to put in more complex backgrounds and everything just to make the picture a little bit more challenging and interesting, really. So the suggestion was to do an OC timeline, so a timeline of one of my original characters that showed them at different stages in their life, and I thought that was a really amazing suggestion. So thank you very much for that suggestion. It was obviously very highly requested because lots of people liked that comment. So I thought that was such a great idea, and I then chose to draw my character Ember, because she's definitely my favourite character to draw because her hair's just so cool and I really like her design. So I thought she'd be a really cool character to do at different stages of her life, and I'd never really drawn her at any stage other than her teen stage per se, so I thought it would be interesting just to see what she'd turn out like. So in this initial sketching stage, I'm just trying to figure out how she'll look at these different points of life. I thought it would be quite interesting to have her being held by her mother in the first part of the drawing, and you'll notice that the mum is wearing a tiara, and it's because her mum is the queen. So I wanted it to be implied through that first bit that Ember is royalty, and you do see her wearing a dress throughout. But I don't know how much of the story I am going to give away, because it's something I've always wanted to turn into a comic, but I'm not sure if I'm motivated enough to do something like that, so I don't know. But that's always something that I've wanted to work on, have a comic with Ember as the protagonist, and I always wanted to call it Ember, which isn't a very imaginative name, but there you go. So that's something I want to do in the future. But anyway, in terms of her story, she is royalty. She does end up fleeing the castle, that's all I'm gonna say. She doesn't want to be a princess, she doesn't want to end up being the ruler of Empkel, this kingdom she lives in. So that's why she ends up fleeing, and I just wanted to show her firstly as a toddler, looking quite happy, looking quite content. You know, she's just a toddler, she hasn't really thought about fleeing yet. But then when she's a child, she looks quite unsure. She doesn't look like she quite wants to be there. And she's also like looking off into the middle distance as if she wants something else from life. I think that's what I was trying to convey in that middle part. And in the final bit, she does look happy again. And I think it's because she finally feels like she's free. So that's just the idea behind that. I do actually have another video on a speed drawing of my character Ember, so I will link that in the description if you haven't seen that or if you'd like to see that. So yeah, this was really, really fun to work on. As long as it did take, I'm so glad that I spent all that time on it, and I actually do want to do bigger pieces like this in the future now, and I just thought it was such a cool suggestion as well. So I really, really enjoyed working on this, and I'm really glad that it was suggested. And I do like working on really rendered pieces like this where I blend in everything and it's all lineless, it's like a one layer painterly kind of style, I suppose. Another thing I wanted to talk about is commissions. And for the longest time I've wanted to open up commissions, but I've either been way too busy with school or I've not felt like I'm good enough to do commissions. But I am at a point now where I think I could do commissions. Like, not currently, I mean school is pretty full on still. I've got a philosophy exam this week, but once it dies down a bit, I'm hoping to maybe open up commissions, but I need to know if anyone would actually think that's a good idea, because if no one thinks that they'd even want a commission, then there isn't really much point in me doing it. But if that's something you guys would want, then I'm totally up for that. But I have no idea how to go about it, pricings and stuff like that, so I guess I'll just think about that when it comes to it. But yeah, I was just wondering what your guys' thoughts are on that, if I should open commissions. I mean, technically I do requests, as in, if you give me a request on a video and I see that lots of people have liked it and it's very highly requested, like for this video for instance, then it's very likely that I will draw what you've requested, because I do try to get through most of the requests I get in comments. But for like things like personalized commissions, like maybe you want me to draw you or your characters or something like that in a certain setting, something more personal to you, then that's the kind of thing for a commission, you know? So yeah, I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. Another thing is, I keep drawing hands backwards, and I have lots of people telling me this in my videos, and I'm not even joking, you guys. Every single time I'm just like, oh my god. I go back and watch the video and I see I have actually drawn the hands the wrong way around. It's always the thumb is on the wrong side, so I draw like a right hand where a left hand should be, or vice versa, and I don't even mean to do it, and I don't even realise until people point it out. So I tried really hard for this one, and I was just like, oh, please tell me I haven't done it wrong this time around. Looking at it now, I don't think I have drawn anything in the wrong place. I don't think. I don't know. I think where she's holding the fire in the last one, her thumb looks, well, both the thumb and the little finger look like thumbs, so I don't know. We'll just say that I have drawn the right hand there, but that's something that I keep doing wrong all the time. I'm trying to not do that anymore. I think it's because I just get so carried away with blending everything together when I'm drawing it that I just draw it wrong. But I just hate drawing hands in general, really, so I try and rush through them, and that is basically why I get the wrong hand in the wrong place sometimes. In terms of future videos, I do actually have quite a few things written down that I had suggested to me. So I have a whole list of challenges here. I'm hoping to do the ballpoint pen challenge, the cheap art supply challenge, the 10 marker challenge, the 10-minute drawing challenge, and the blindfold challenge. Obviously, that'll be quite a lot of challenges to get through, and I'm not just going to do consecutive challenges week by week, because then you guys might get a bit bored of seeing challenges all the time. But I'm going to try and get through all of them this half of the year. I think that's a reasonable goal-ish. And then in terms of requests and fan art, I've got Harry Potter, animation from lesser known animations, tutorials, Fiona and Cake, Undertale, Ruby and Sapphire, self-portrait, Nightmare Before Christmas, and another Draw This Again. So those are some of the ones I have written down. I don't have all of them right here in front of me, but those are things you can expect soon enough. Anyway, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble too much, and I will talk to you again next week. Bye guys!